This is the newly rebranded Nest Mini by Google. Yes, Google is rebranding all of their smart home gear away from the Google name and over to the name Nest. I've got the Nest Mini 2nd generation here, and in today's video, I'm gonna go through the setup process of what you can expect when you're setting this up, and we're gonna go over some of the key features with this device. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve from the YouTube channel Steve Does, and I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org. So today we are starting our Google Assist series. In this series, I'm going to go over the setup of the Nest Mini. We're going to be talking about different features, also some of the best devices that you should set up in your Google Home. This video today is strictly going to be on the setup and talking about a few of the features, but if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on some of those future videos. Now with that said, let's get started. So if you are new to the Google environment and this is your first device right here, congratulations. This is probably one of my favorite ecosystems to be in, especially if you can get the Nest Hub that has the display. I've got one set up right back here on my desk. It is by far my favorite smart home device, and I recommend checking it out. But in today's video, we're just going to be checking out the Nest Mini, going through the setups, just kind of getting you acclimated to the Google ecosystem. Now, the items in this box are pretty simple. You're going to get a Nest Mini right here, and we're also going to get a power cable. That's pretty much it. It's also going to come with some documentation if you want to look through that. We're not going to need it in this video, but these are the two devices that we really care about. Let's take a closer look at the Nest Mini. So the Nest Mini has a puck-like design with cloth on the top, and we have got plastic on the bottom. New to this version, we've also got a mount on the bottom, so you can hang this up on a wall if you want to do that. On the back here, we have a mute button for the microphone, so if we don't want our Google listening to us, we can always mute it. And we have also got the power adapter in the back there. So to get started in the Google ecosystem, you are going to need a Google Gmail account. So go ahead and get signed up for that. You're going to go to gmail.com, get signed up, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to download the Google Home app. You can either do this on Android or iOS if you have an iPhone. Okay, so now that we have the app installed, let's go ahead and launch the Google Home app. I created a fresh account here, so we're all going to be starting this up from scratch. What you need to do is just click on the Get Started tab. So clicking on that is going to allow us to get started with setting up our first device. We're going to click on New Devices, and what we need to do is create a home. So I'm going to go ahead and create a home. We're going to say create another home since I have none set up yet, and I'm just going to name this one home. I click done there. We can click next. Now it's going to ask me to put in my address, and the benefit of putting your address in is that when you ask for things like weather, when you ask for directions, it's going to be able to give you the most accurate information. Even when you ask for directions, it's going to give you traffic information and stuff like that. So I recommend putting in your address. I'm going to go ahead and skip this for now since we're just doing the setup demo. I'm going to say continue anyway. So now it is looking for a device. However, I haven't plugged mine in yet. So let's go ahead and get that plugged in. We see we got the colors on the top that are going around. This is indicating that it is starting up for the first time. So shortly it should start talking to us and then leading us through the next set of instructions that we need to do.
Hi, to get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
So we can see that the lights are pulsing on the top. I'm going to go down and I'm going to select speaker, and we are going to go ahead and click on the next button. So it'll take a look for that device. Once it finds it and connects to it, it'll take us to the next step through the app. All right, there we go. It found the device. Perfect. Found the Nest Mini. Go ahead and click on next. And now we're going through the setup process. That's why it's blue here. It's asked if I heard that sound. I'm going to click yes, I did. Agreed to terms and service. Help improved the Nest Mini. I'm going to say no. And where is this device? I am going to be putting this device in the office. And then I'm going to select my Wi-Fi. That looks good. It's the Wi-Fi that my phone is connected to. So it's important to select the actual room this device is going into, and that is going to be later down the road as you're adding devices. You're going to make sure that all of your devices are in the correct room. So how that helps is that if I say this is in the office, and then later down the road I want to add a Chromecast, which is going to allow me to display things on a TV or a monitor, if both of those are listed as being in the same room, I can just ask this device to display something for me. I don't have to specify the actual name because they know they're in the same room together. Okay, now we've got our Google Assistant setup. This is going to be the brains of the whole operation, is setting up our Google Assistant. So here it's asking if we want a custom experience where it's going to set up your different contacts and your web activity. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can always click on no thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and click no thanks for that one. And then it's gonna ask if you want to teach your assistant to recognize your voice. So if you're gonna have multiple people using these devices, you might wanna turn on the custom voice assistant. This is going to recognize your voice and be able to give you custom things like your reminders, your calendar events, reading emails, making phone calls, different things like that. If you're the only one using it, you probably don't need to go through the process of setting this up. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna go ahead and say agree. Let's set up voice match. And what this is going to do is ask me to repeat some of the phrases. So here I'm gonna say, okay, Google, what's the weather tomorrow? Okay, Google, remind me to water my plants every Monday. Hey, Google, make a call. Hey, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. All right, and as easy as that. I'm gonna go ahead and click on continue, setting up my voice match. And the more and more I use this, the better and better the voice matching is going to get. Get personal results with your voice. This is like what I talked about earlier. I'm gonna click on OK for that one. And then we've got a sample of 2 different voices. Now there are more voices. These are the 2 samples that they have. Interesting, neither one of these samples is working. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it as voice 1. This is asking if you wanna stay up to date, essentially getting advertisement. I'm gonna say no thanks. All right, now it is giving us a rundown of everything that we set up. So we set up our speaker, we've set up some services, and then we have got our Wi-Fi set up. So now we can learn about the device. Now, if we tap in the middle, that is either going to play or pause music. Tapping on the right side is going to turn the volume up. Tapping on the left side will turn it down. And that's pretty much it with the controls. So we click on next. We're going to tap to play and pause. Looks good. Choosing the volume. We got up. We've got down. Looks good. And then the mic switch.
The mic's off.
And that is going to put the red dots on the top so we know that it is muted. Let's go ahead and turn the mic back on.
The mic's back on.
All right. Next through there. And now our speaker is ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on continue.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help. To learn a few things you can do, continue in the Google Home app.
All right, so let's click on view more. Here are a bunch of different things that we can do. I'm gonna go ahead and say finish the setup, and now we have got our home set up. Right now, there is just the Office speaker in there. If I click on that Office speaker, it is going to give us controls of this speaker. So from here, we can adjust the different volumes. We can also look up here, and if we tap up here, this is going to be the equalizer. So you can adjust the bass and the treble of the speaker right here. And then right next to that, we see the gear icon. If I tap on the gear icon, it's gonna bring up some other options for us. All right, now that we have got our speaker set up, there are a couple things that we can also add. So if I click on the plus sign up in the corner, you can set up different music options. We've got YouTube music, Spotify, Apple Music. So this is gonna depend on the area that you're in and the country that you're in on what different options that you have. We've got nothing set up right now, but you can link all of these up by signing into those accounts. We can also do the same thing for video. So Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount, Sling, we've got Stars, YouTube Kids. Like I said before, this is all gonna depend on the area that you're at, on what your options are. And as far as video, obviously this doesn't have video on it, but if you link it to a Chromecast, you're gonna be able to request things through here and it'll play through those video services on your Chromecast. Next thing we can take a look at is radio. So we've got a Sirius XM radio option. That's the only one that I have. And then we've also got stuff for live TV. So if you want to set up Sling TV as live TV, you can do that also. We've got podcasts and different options right there. All right, congratulations on getting your device set up and getting familiar with some of the features. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing another video on some of the first smart home devices that you should set up in your Google ecosystem. And we're going to be comparing this speaker to the Apple HomePod Mini and also the Amazon Echo Dot. So be sure you're subscribed to check those videos out. If you want to know anything more about the Nest Mini or the Google ecosystem, check out the link below to reviews.org. If you guys want to see more from me, check out my YouTube channel, Steve Does, where I do a lot of cool tech reviews. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org, and I'll see you in the next video.